Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our channel once again. I am Aminu Abdusalam NAC Olawale, aka Dr. Smoke, the CEO of Youth Emerge Initiative and the Director of Socials of the African Education Foundation. And this video is an introductory video to Microsoft Excel. Yeah, so this is Microsoft Excel on my desktop, and basically the function of Microsoft Excel is to analyze data, to impute and analyze data. And the version of Microsoft Excel I'm going to be using today is version 2007. There are other versions, there are older versions and there are newer versions, but whatever we're going to be doing in our training today is similar to all versions. There might be differences, but the differences might just be slight, just slight differences. Okay, so in our tutorial today we'll be covering the following. We're going to know what tab means, what ribbons are, what groups are, what launch button are. So these are the terminologies we'll be looking at today and what they are. So let's go back to Microsoft Excel. Okay, so our first thing is tab. So these are tabs. You have the home tab, the insert tab, the page layout tab, the formula tab. So these are tabs. Yes. And the next thing on our go today is ribbons. So let's look, what are ribbons? So under each tab there's a ribbon. This whole box is a ribbon. This whole box is a ribbon. This whole box is a ribbon. So these are ribbons. So under each tabs we have ribbons. Okay, so let's go to the next. What's the next? The next are groups. Groups. So let's go back to our Excel. So under each ribbon we have groups. So when you click the drop down arrow, you see the groups. And this ribbon, this is a group under this ribbon, this is a group under this ribbon. So the drop down are the groups. So under this is under this ribbon, this is a group. So let's go to another tab. This is insert tab. Under insert tab, this is a ribbon. Under this particular ribbon, these are the groups. Under this ribbon, look at the groups. So these are groups. Okay, I hope you're following. So we know what tabs are, we know what ribbons are, we know what groups are. So let's look at launch button. Let's look at launch button. Okay, so let's go to this tab. Under this ribbon, these are the groups. So under each ribbon, all the groups cannot be in that particular ribbon. So there's this small button at the top, at the bottom right, that will give you more properties of that particular ribbon. This is a launch button. It will give you more properties. This is a launch button to give you more properties. So these are launch buttons. Okay, I hope you're following. Yeah, so the next thing is a cell. Okay, let's go back. A cell. Before we talk about cell, I want you all to know that Microsoft Excel is made up of columns and rows. So this is columns. The alphabetical sections are the ones taking the columns. This is column A, column B, column C, and this is row 1. This is row 6, this is row 9, and row 10. So these are the rows and these are the column. So when you pick a cell, this is a cell. Just a box is a cell, and every cell has a name. So the name of this cell is D6. You can see it here. D6, that's the name of this cell. If I pick another cell, this is B5. So every cell has a name. It might sound crazy, but if you don't know the names of the cells, you can describe them and you can assign functions to them. This is F6. So these are the names of the cells. Okay, so that's what cells means. And let's look at range. Okay, range is a group of cells. So these are cells together. So this is a range, and you can also name a range the same way you can name a cell. Okay, so this, if you want to name this range, you start from D4 to G9. You start with the alphabet and the first row, end with alphabet and the last row. So it's from D4 to G9. That's how you name a range. So range is the combination of cells. Okay, this is the cell, this is the range. This is the cell, this is the range. Okay, are we together? Yeah, so all these terminologies we need to know them because it will help us in understanding what we're going to be doing. So let's look at sheet. Okay, sheet. So this, we have several sheets. This is sheet 1, so you can do a work on sheet 1. This is sheet 2, this is sheet 3, and you can keep adding the sheets as you proceed. Okay, so you can do your work on sheet 1, stop there, you can go to sheet 2 to do another different work. Yeah, so that's sheets, that's where you do your work. Okay, and lastly on our goal today is workbook. So workbook is the combination of sheets. So all these sheets together, when you combine them together, they will give you a workbook. Are we together? So those are the terminologies for our introductory section. Okay, so you know what tabs are, you know what ribbons are, you know what groups are, the launch button, cells and how to name them in rows and column. We have range, combination of cells, we have sheets, and we have workbook. So thank you very much for following our video. You can like our channel and subscribe to it, and make sure you follow the next video because next video is going to be more interesting. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.